Hello.
Yeah, we're live.
We live?
We love when things.
Hello,
take too long.
gamers. Or should I say
Welcome.
space knots?
Is it
Space knots.
Is it DCP live in space?
TC Briar's definitely
so
in space.
excited.
I'm
Wait,
drinking
are we?
space coffee.
DCP live in space.
Space.
Pope is now stuck. Oh, Pope was stuck in that for a while. But this is what happens.
Pope's
when you're
in limbo.
Space, okay?
Yeah.
This is a normal space activity.
Yeah, space limbo. Yeah, throughout the show, it seems like Pope's audio is going to be okay, but his video is definitely choppy. And you know what? That's just how it is when you're halfway across the world, right?
It's on the other side of the planet. There's 2 space stations.
Yeah, Yeah,
Two
exactly.
space-
Yeah, you're right.
2 spaces. Yeah.
Also,
We're
Holtz-
bouncing it off of one Elon
Holtz-
Musk's
Yeah.
satellites.
Exactly. Starlink. Yep. Holtz is back as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is an awesome episode, right? Like
This is the original DCP group
This
that
is
we
the OG.
started
the
many
OG,
years
yeah.
ago.
So I want
still
you
hate all
guys
of
to
you.
know I went back and watched the first episode where it was us.
on the PlayStation.
When it was back, all the way back when it was us. This 5 was the
Okay.
first 5.
Back at
like,
the
On
Planet
the
Destiny
Planet
group.
Destiny
Planet
podcast?
Destiny.
Oh,
Hey.
PD days.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah.
Wow.
And Holtzmann did the intro,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And man, was it hilarious. If you want a blast from the past, go back and watch it because you could see a sliver of our roles and personalities that developed over the years. But
Nice.
we're just
Do you know
stealing
what
each
episode
other
number
out,
that
you know, we're just I want to say it's like 60 or 1 or something like that, or
Okay.
I forget now. We'll have to go back. There was a bunch of episodes before me. You guys were doing this before I arrived.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't remember how long.
Pope,
And then
you came
Watts
in
joined.
around like episode 15 or something like that because you weren't our
Okay.
first guest. But you
Mhm.
were. You're something around there. Do you want me to do the intro just
Yeah.
for old time's
Let's
sake?
hear it.
Let's give a
Yes.
classic whole DCP
Yeah, let's hear it.
intro.
Yes.
It's episode
But you gotta-
243, by the way.
No, wait,
Why
don't-
would you tell
Why
me
would
that
you tell her
beforehand?
So
Oh
he's
my
gonna screw it
God,
up.
Tefty.
He's gonna screw it up anyways.
Yeah, but he has to screw it up first.
I can't even do the intro right now. It's
The
okay. I
point-
wasn't listening.
The point be
Hello
Yeah, there you go.
and welcome to episode 249, 3, 6,
Oh,
936. Yeah.
240, 243
Mm-hmm.
of the Destiny Community Podcast. This week we have Popebear coming in from his space station orbiting above Thailand. The normal crew here, Briar is in some sort of
Get it right.
X-wing, you know.
He's also a
X-wing
ninja.
fighter.
He's also a ninja. We'll have to get some ninja action.
Yeah. Can we get a ninja thing real quick? No, not that ninja thing. The other ninja thing.
The other ninja thing.
oh.
The smoke?
Briar, are you
the
incapable
poof?
of
Smoke
speaking?
bomb with the
Oh.
ninja.
Yeah, the ninja thing. Boom! Look at that.
And the way it comes back,
That's
it looks
amazing.
like you're in Star Trek or something. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
For our audio listeners,
it.
there's no description available to what just happened. I'm sorry.
There's
you have to see
no-
the video on
There's
that.
nothing.
Yeah.
Also,
You're
this
gonna-
helmet is
Just
squeezing the
disappeared.
eyeballs out of my head. So
Oh my goodness.
I can almost feel the pain.
So we actually have a shorter show, right? We have a 45-minute slot because we're
do.
on the space station right now. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a different format from the typical DCP show because it's in space. And that
Yeah.
means we also don't really know where we're going with the show right now. We're just freeballing it, right?
We
Yeah.
totally planned specific segments to take up the 45
Yes.
minutes.
Oh, totally.
did.
you know, I thought it'd be
100%.
fun actually to talk about when everybody joined DCP. Like, what was the experience like? It was obviously not DCP when we all got together, but do you guys remember like kind of the your first episode or your first
Yes.
kind of initiation into Planet Destiny's
Yes.
podcast?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
So
do.
Patrick, it'd be first for you probably.
Yeah, I was the first member because the first episode of the Planet Destiny podcast was me and Sir Wallen talking about, I think
I
Dark
miss
Below
Wally.
or something, and then our editor and chief at Planet Destiny was like, "Hey, we need more people on this." And then I think Briar was very shortly after that, and then after that, Tefty got added, and then and we still had Wally on the podcast then, and then Pope got added shortly after that. But then our editor kept wanting more and more people on the
We had like
podcast.
8 people podcast.
Yeah, I swear, if I didn't tell him no, we would have had a podcast of like 20 people. And the only reason I told him no is because I was the one editing it, and I just didn't want to edit that much.
I remember our editor, he had said we need something for like a Patreon or something like that, and I suggested, well, I do podcasts. Why don't I start a podcast? And like a month later, I see Patrick doing a podcast. I was like, hey, I'd like to be on a podcast.
and that's how it started.
I had just come off of doing Dad's Week. So we were doing, Dads of Destiny stuff. And we had done a couple ride-alongs, one on the Cosmodrome and then one on the Dark Below, right? Crota's End. So we had done 2 ride-alongs, and then we were doing a podcast as well. And I was out of my mind, like, busy with the Dads of Destiny stuff, and I just threw up my hands and I said, I don't want to be like in charge of this stuff anymore. And so I gave up like the control of it, and then I reached out to you guys and was like, all right, I just want to be on a podcast. I don't want to run it. I remember that's the funny thing about this is I remember telling you guys, I'm like, okay, I'll do this. I want it, but I just want to be a guest. I just want to be on it for a little bit, because I still want to talk about Destiny, but I don't want to run anything.
Right.
And naturally,
Those that
he
don't
went on
know,
to form
Pope
DCP.
Pope ended up running all of DCP for a solid
All of it.
Yeah. So
until he left for Thailand.
Until
we were
middle
on
last
Planet
year.
Destiny. And Pope was like, what if we just, do our own thing, separate, do our own thing? And then Pope became podcast producer, manager, and babysitter.
Yeah.
Podcast dad.
Podcast dad.
Podcast dad.
You went from Dads of
Babysitter.
Destiny
Yeah,
to podcast dad.
And I want to say Watts has become a very good single mom. She's a podcast mom now. She's taken over. I'm very proud of her.
Thank you.
I see the desperate tweets I see the desperate messages in the group Twitter account saying,
Please.
hello, is anybody
Please talk
answer?
to me. For the love of God.
I'm trying to plan this thing. Can somebody respond?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think Tefty or I are on Twitter quite enough.
Not as much. Yeah.
Rapidly respond.
You still
to some
wouldn't
of the
respond, even if we were like directly
true.
texting you, sending letters.
I have texted, and it's the same. It's the same thing. Email, that's definitely not going to work.
However, the show does happen every week, though. So
It does. Almost every week.
Almost, yeah, almost.
Yes.
So, Tefty, when did you join the show?
Yeah, it was something like around episode 20 or 25 or something like that. For
Was
Planet
that
Destiny.
late? I don't remember a show without Patrick
Yeah.
and Tefty, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it started in December, right, of 2014.
It started when Dark Below.
Yeah,
Dark
so
Below,
that's December
had just
2014.
released.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I joined up. I feel like it was around February or March was my first episode. Getting in, yeah, and it was awesome. It was fun. It is funny, like feeling out personalities on a show for the first time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what I
Yeah.
remember the first episode. Like I don't remember specifics or anything, but I definitely remember that feeling of being on Skype.
It's like, how much can we bully each other? You got to feel that out. You can't go right in.
Right.
You got to
Turns
feel
out
it out.
there's no limit, really.
I stopped doing content creation and went into the game dev industry specifically to stop getting bullied by you guys. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, welcome
it
back.
worked. I told you it would work, guys. Hey, do you guys, since we're down this memory lane, do you guys remember the first Guardian Con that we went to as a group?
I do.
Yes.
Was it
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
Was it this one? Was this the one, or the 2018 one, or my shirt, or was it the one before that one?
That's a
it was before that one.
Yeah, I feel like it was
It's
before.
hard because obviously we've all gone individually, but then there was one where we all went together and had a booth.
And we had a booth.
2018
remember?
was the one that we
had a
went
booth.
together as a group.
Yeah.
I really, 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 really had fun that year.
It was great.
That was our first time having a booth. I remember Patrick constantly like sneaking off to play Magic.
Magic cards.
Yeah, with Carp.
Yep.
But people would come and want pictures and autographs, and they're like, "Where's Holtzmann?" He's
Playing Magic.
We had a
Magic calls.
We had a live stream going, and then like with interviews and God, man, that was a fun Guardian Con.
It was, yeah.
was very, very
I'm
fun.
excited that they announced that there's another one. They're going to do another in-person one next year. I got excited about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really great.
Yeah. And people can sign up
It's a
for that
great
right now,
time.
right? Like you can buy tickets for
Yeah.
that for next year.
Yeah. And also
Yeah.
your ticket, if you had one for last year, you can still use it for 2022. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
really cool. Yep.
Yeah.
so-
Peachy Keen in chat said, "Is that the one where Pope shaved his beard and glued it to Fallout's face?" Yeah, that was the one. This
Yes.
video. That was
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That
That
was
the
one.
Memories.
And
Watts, do you remember your
caught-
first podcast?
I don't remember the very first one because I remember being a guest on Planet Destiny. I remember that. And then we also did the like Nightfall one-on-one chats.
Yeah.
where we did Nightfall with Tefty and we're just
Yep.
talking about stuff, which was really, really fun.
Those were fun.
That was a good time actually. So I don't remember exactly.
Was that your interview? Was that
My
was that you
interview for-
interviewing for the?
Yeah,
If it
man.
was, I
the
didn't
show?
know that it was an interview.
Yeah, no one knew. But Pope did. He was sitting there like, yes.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't remember the exact one. I remember when it was generally.
It was
But-
it was before that first Guardian Con that we went to because you had just joined the show because I think Pope had left and we were like, oh, we'll have Watts take your place,
That's
and
right.
then Pope came back like
That's true.
10 episodes later.
I got to
so
pick
like, all right.
I got to pick my replacement. I remember that. How many times have I left the show? How many times have I quit this?
A few times, man. Yeah.
a
It's a
lot.
legacy.
Is
It's
it
a
only-
yearly. It was a yearly thing.
It's like
after a
seasonal
while.
content.
Yeah.
Seasonal content.
I mean-
Seasonal DLC. Pope leaves again. Pope's back.
Then do you remember when
Wow.
we actually left Planet Destiny and joined and like created DCP? That was
It was scary.
Yeah, it was
Scary and
super
it
exciting.
was scary, right?
Do you all want some like serious lore for those listening?
Yeah.
You know how we came up with the name Destiny Community Podcast?
I do.
Yeah, Pope basically gave us like a couple names, and then no one responded to how we wanted to what we wanted to call it,
Per
and so
usual.
we picked Destiny Community Podcast. There was no
And
like
then I
consensus.
said, we're now called this, and I put all the links in the chat.
Yep.
You okayed it
I
with
liked it though. I dug
Bungie
it.
though, right? Is like you actually okayed the name.
Yeah. So there was I was concerned that there would be copyright infringements, and I wanted to be able
Right.
to, do the show without having Bungie all of a sudden decide that we had to change the name. So I got it cleared all the way through their whole process, got signed off before we ever used it. But yeah. I remember asking Deej, I was like, can you check to see if this is going to be a copyright issue? And then he goes, it's probably not going to be, but you should probably be more creative than that.
Yeah.
I liked the name because it's about the Destiny community. Like that's what the podcast is. We get people from all over the community, whether it's streamers, YouTubers, artists. We kind of bring everyone on and talk to them. So I liked that it was centered around the Destiny community.
Yeah.
Even the
So,
Twitch
I think it was.
questions portion is about the community, right? It's
Yep.
like
Right.
people like joining in on the conversation.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're very community based.
Well, and then the whole idea behind it was to take to do the different. It evolved over the years, but it was just content creators, and it became artists, leaders. it became an area for us to promote maybe streamers or content creators that didn't have really huge audience, but jived with us. It was a really fun progression over time as to where we had originally started to the content we ended up. And I think that proud was that we always had a support to. I always felt like we had a good
Kind of losing
feel
Pope a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit of cutting in and out right now from Thailand.
Are you saying that we liked each other? That is false news.
We always had a nice, it's a nice mix of stuff coming in and out, and we try our best, honestly. I think that's what it is. We try our best to be as inclusive as possible, even though that's technically impossible with how big the community is. We can't include every single person because that's literally impossible. But we try our best, and we know that there's a lot of people that we haven't had on the show.
Yeah.
Message Watts.
Yeah. Feel free to. Feel free to. Because, we've always been like, it doesn't matter your size or, what you're doing. If you're someone who kind of fits with what we're all about, of just being community and friendly and awesome, then, we'd love to have you on the show. So.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been fooled a couple of times.
Yeah, we have.
We have.
Hey, remember that guy? Never mind. I don't want to talk about that. That one I promised I would block out of my memory.
Then we had the big launch of DCP, right? Do you remember the big night was with Ari?
Yeah, I had Triple on.
And we're all ready to go. Triple Rec is going to be on, and we're all ready to go. And we could not get Skype working. So we all had to join a PlayStation chat and record the show and broadcast the show from a PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was before Discord existed.
Yeah.
From a PlayStation chat. And it sounded awful, but that was our first episode. That was
our
number one.
Episode. That set up DCP's whole history. We were planned. We had things in place. It all went to crap, and then we had to go on PlayStation. So
it's been pretty much running like that ever
tower.
Since. That's right. That's when we used to do the video podcasts, where the video portion of the podcast would be us in the tower, or sometimes we did raids and stuff, but we'd actually be in Destiny.
Yeah, it's good times.
Which was distracting.
Yeah. It was very distracting. I remember it was tough to just focus on topics when you're in the middle of taking down a raid boss.
We did one at the entrance to the Vault of Glass one time. And, every once in a while, somebody would come and be opening up the doors to the Vault of Glass, and we're sitting there talking on the cliffside and having our show. And then things are spawning and shooting at us, and we're like, oh.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, that was because we hadn't been streaming the show yet on Planet Destiny, and we were testing out better video options for it. Mm-hmm. And then we officially went live with it and started doing it live. And that it was obviously better to do the video for that.
Yeah, going live, I think, was a stroke of genius. That wasn't common, I don't think, with podcasts at the time.
Right.
I don't know whose idea it was. Can anybody take credit for that idea, or was it just obvious to everybody but
Probably
me?
Popebear.
Probably Pope. But Popebear was. I mean, you're the big idea guy. You've always been the big idea guy, and that's why you're so sorely missed now. Is because, the big events that we did in the history of DCP, they originated in Popebear's brain.
Yeah, it's all to do with Pope. None of us, rest of us, are just simply not crazy enough.
Podcast showdowns, and also eating Briar, barbecuing them, all came from Pope.
That is true. That's been confirmed.
It was really offensive.
Isn't true. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It takes a group of people crazy enough to fall, like to just go along with some of my dumbass, knowing full well that some of them are not gonna work out. That it might just spectacular crash and burn.
I think we've mastered
somehow managed between, and we're missing one important person. Okay, we are in a place where we had a team that was putting a product forward and putting our face really. Who's
Really indie.
who's our sixth?
Yes, Ash.
Ash is a huge part of the
Ash
show.
is
Yeah, Pope. You've
It's
been cutting out a
crazy.
little bit here and there.
Wait.
So
Yeah, I have no idea
Yeah,
what's
I'm
going
so
on.
sorry.
I'm not gonna
We're
lie.
talking about Ash. She's the official,
I'm
actually,
sorry.
sixth member of the podcast.
yep.
And Ash was with us from the beginning, making the logo and all of the art and all of everything. And Ash is just phenomenal.
I
And it's
remember-
been really cool to see her grow as well, through all the different portraits of people.
What? I couldn't afford to pay her at the beginning.
No.
And I remember sitting there looking at her stuff and going, I was paying her out of my pocket, right? And I go, okay, look, we need you to be sixth member of this team. And then she said, I love you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
she said she loves us, which is very nice.
There is, luckily for us, there is a local recording of the show.
There is a
so that-
local
Okay,
recording.
great.
When you
I-
listen
I will
back
have to
to
listen
it.
to these.
It'll be a little easier to understand. I remember seeing Ash's art. She did like all of us, like not caricatures, but like kind of like drawings of all of us. And I remember seeing that for the first time and just being blown away by it. And now every time it's like every episode that we have a new guest on, she does new art for the guest, and the art has just gotten so good. Like it's just amazing. It really is fantastic.
Yep.
We're lucky. We're so lucky.
We're very, very
super
lucky.
lucky. Oh my god.
Especially Pope being like, so can't pay you, but we think you're cool.
Clout though, right?
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
Don't
If
do
you are
it.
trying to hire someone, don't ever do that. By the way.
No, I'm sure no one will.
Oh, hey. So speaking of things that are great, Bungie's selling a toaster.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was
Don't
announced
ever
today.
that
It was announced today. So the story behind it says that in June 2020, the Destiny community raised more than $800,000 for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital during Bungie's live stream. So this was the GCX stream last year. And then during that live stream, Bungie announced that if they hit 777,777 cents, we would look into making an official Destiny poster. So Get That Bread is a silly community meme, but now you can actually buy the toaster. It is on the store, and there's an emblem that comes with it that
The
literally
emblem's
has
great.
toast on it. I want
Yeah.
the emblem. It's got toast on it. So the toaster actually toasts the Destiny emblem logo on your toast.
Yeah, like the tricorn logo actually
Yeah.
comes out on the toast.
It does.
The toaster looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna buy it if we can manage to make this happen, which we definitely will. This is a
It's already a thing.
No,
brainer.
The
We did it
toaster is
last year.
legit.
It's already happened. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, it
Right,
already
like,
happened. It was
you can go to
forgetting-
You can go to the store right now and,
Yeah, yeah.
and add to
I
cart.
think it's $85, right? Pre-order.
It
It
is
is an expensive
$84.99.
but it makes a tricorn. So
Yeah,
10%
It's
of
the
the-
coolest toaster I've ever seen.
By the way, 10% of the profits from the toaster will go to St. Jude Children's Research
There you go.
Hospital. So
I just added it
Yeah.
to my cart. It's there
totally
now.
worth it. And you get the emblem right away. So you might not get the toaster right away, but you do get the emblem immediately. So you get to run around with toast on your name, which is pretty great.
that is cool.
I
I
wonder
might
how
have
my
to
wife's gonna
convince-
feel about having this toaster in the kitchen.
yeah, I'm gonna have to convince Andy to let us buy this toaster because our current toaster only toasts one piece of toast.
Oh my god! If you need a new
That's fine.
toaster,
Oh.
this is a no-brainer.
You can't even do
This
it.
is a no-brainer.
Seriously.
I don't know
This may
why
be
we
my
got
office toster.
Office.
office
You're-
toaster. You making BLTs in your office?
I can now. I got an office toaster.
Didn't know I needed an office toaster. My god.
All right. I mean, this thing's pulling 700 watts, about as much as your computer. So I hope you got a good power supply going into your office there.
I do not. So I kind of wanted to catch up with you guys. We haven't seen you guys in a long time.
Wow.
I don't know. You want to start with Holtzmann? Holtzmann, what have you been up to? Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, I've literally been working like every single day and at Poorly Timed Games, working on a sci-fi roguelike tactical RPG game. It's a
I
lot
like
of
these words.
terms. I just kind of
I like all
threw
those
out.
words though.
Yeah, I
But
like
yeah,
it.
that's describing games in a nutshell there. Yeah, we're working on a fun thing. We'll have more to show about it later, but I am just in the middle of working on that a bunch. Literally was working on it as the first part of the show started.
What do you do? Like, what's your kind of?
Oh, I am. I guess I'm the jack of all trades there now. I do a little bit of everything. I do a lot of design work, like investment, combatant, sandbox type. If you want to use those
That's
terms.
amazing.
Cool.
I'm like editing videos for them as well, doing audio engineering and design a little bit of that. Yeah, so a little bit of everything, but we have an incredible group of people here at the company, and they are all just absolutely killing it, working on this.
Nice.
Does anybody at your new job actively take pleasure in making your life more difficult?
What?
Does anybody at your new job actively take pleasure in making your life more difficult?
No, that's just the nature of game design.
Oh, okay.
So
So in a way, we've been preparing you for game design.
Ah, yes, the
Yeah.
DCP Game Design Boot Camp. That's what
You're
we
welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah,
All of Holtz's
that's right,
success
Briar.
is down to our bullying.
I feel
So
so
Pope, what have you
honored.
been up
We
to
have
since you
made-
left DCP?
We'll see
Oh,
how
nope.
this goes.
Oh.
Need it.
Uh-oh.
Made are you
May the force be with you?
Am I back?
Not really.
A little bit,
No, kinda.
a little bit.
Should Pope turn off his video? He seemed to be audio doing much better before the video was on.
Turning off the video might help.
let's try it out.
Yeah. Jeez.
While we wait to see what happens there.
Hey, this is what happens when you're in two different space
Yeah.
stations across the universe, the
We-
galaxy.
That's right.
We could talk while Pope fixes his setup. We could talk about the story stuff in Destiny this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Sustress, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Sussy Baka, let me tell you.
Well, the whole Savathun, right? It's officially
Savathun, yes.
Savathun's
Yeah.
officially manipulating stuff.
Did you guys read the lore from this week?
Definitely
No.
not.
Have not.
Because that's the part that's crazy. Is
Okay.
so
Fill us in.
essentially, Savathun is in somebody's body in the tower,
Mm-hmm.
and she's talking about, oh, it's so icky and gooey. She pukes on some people. It's pretty cool. She's basically Tefty. I'm Sea of Thieves. Savathun is Tefty.
That's
in
Holtz.
Sea of Thieves.
That's originally Holtz. Yeah.
I was the one that got so
That is
drunk
true.
while
So drunk
while
we had
playing
to lock
that.
you up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
I was
Yeah.
continually locked up. It was not fun, but I kept ordering Jimmy John's, so it was okay.
Yeah, I was the one taking it serious that one session and getting upset.
That
over
one
not-
session. That
over-
was the only
It
session.
was the only session, and then from that
Lesson
point on,
learned.
that point on, lesson learned. You need to not take anything ever serious about getting anything done in Sea of
I
Thieves.
remember you getting quite angry at Holtz.
I was. I
You're
wanted to get.
drunk, Holtz.
We had loot. The quest was about to get done. I was like, I want my reputation, and Holtz was puking on me the whole time.
I vaguely remember your ship blowing up.
Oh, it's
as well.
better. Now we
That
can
sounds
hear.
better,
so,
Pope.
so Savathun is in someone's body in the tower. People are like, maybe it's Osiris. Next, Popebear. Let's talk about you. What have you been up to? Where have you been? What's happening?
For people who may not know, I work as an educator, so I'm administrator, and I am the principal of an international school in Bangkok, and my wife is a teacher here, and my kids go to school, and it's quite an adventure. We sold everything we had over there in the States and moved here, and we're going to spend a couple 2-3 years here, and then we'll to somewhere in Spanish speaking country next, and then after that we African country after that.
Wow.
But we're not really sure what our just want to travel for next 5 to 10 years, and then we've had a kid that was along the way.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So
Congrats, Pope.
He's 4 months old, Harper. So awesome. So I've got a 3-year-old, 13-year-old.
Nice.
Pope had the best,
But
I think, COVID experience out of anybody. He packed up his family and moved to Thailand.
Yeah.
With
Exactly.
like a 2-month camping spree in the middle of that?
I think we lost Pope again.
yeah.
Oh, did we?
There we go.
Oh no, he's here. He's here.
Yeah, it's just delayed. Or
It's a good
not.
picture.
We found out we couldn't. The country, and so then we had to drive across the.
So the story is that Pope they set up to leave to go to Thailand, and then COVID happened, so they locked everything down. And of course, Pope and his family had kind of sold everything, right? And you guys were just then waiting to be able to get on a plane.
And the only planes leaving were out of New York, so we had to drive from San Francisco to.
San Francisco to New York. That's crazy.
That is a
Hey,
wild.
a little bit of road trip, sounds fun.
Let's try
Yeah.
Fun, not stressful.
Totally not stressful road
that.
trip.
No, low stress. Less stress move during a pandemic.
Yeah, you got to just make
Easy.
sure you make it 3,000 miles during a pandemic. No problem. And hopefully, yeah.
I remember the podcast that Pope did from an ice cream shack.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. That was
The
great.
ice cream shop, yeah. Pope has been on the show in many unique locations.
Yeah, that was awesome. I really wanted to see like an ice cream just appear in front of him.
Oh, man. That's great.
How long do we want to do Twitter questions for?
Let's just start now and then go until they
Let's do
cut us
some-
off.
Do some. I like that plan.
All right, so Mr. Goodbite says, can we get a cross-country DCP tour once the pandemic ends? Pope, you're included, by the way. But apparently,
He's already done
apparently
it.
no Holtzmann. Yeah, right? Pope knows the way. He's got the
Yeah.
map planned.
It's already
Yeah,
been
most
figured
He's
that one
got a
out.
Subaru waiting for us in New York.
That's
Wait.
as long as we don't have to plan anything. If we have to plan anything, it's going to be god awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So no plan.
I would love to do that. My
would
one of
love
my kids just had somebody visit who's doing that right now. He's a 19-year-old kid, hopped in his car. He's taking a gap year from college. He hopped in his car and he's visiting all his online friends. And he's
Wow.
basically done a circle. He started in Atlanta and he's done a circle like of the United States. And he's gone to like California. He's gone up to Montana. He's gone to Idaho. Like he's gone all over the place, visiting all his online friends.
That's cool.
And now he's going up to Maine. Yeah. And it's taken him 2 months so far in the car.
Wow.
I thought that was
What a
really
cool
interesting.
idea. Just to be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go visit all my online friends. That's what I'm doing. Going to go.
Yeah,
on a road
right.
trip.
Like he's vaccinated, so it's pretty low risk
Yeah.
at this point.
That's cool, man.
Pretty cool, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
I'd love to do something like that. I don't know if like family obligations would allow it though. The Mohegan 9 says, "What one event in your life could be made into a movie?"
Oh, boy.
That first episode of DCP.
Yeah.
What was the question? Sorry, my cat wanted to be part of the show.
What one event in your life could be made into a movie?
In my life, oh geez.
I feel like it's almost your whole life, right? Like the journey of being, especially for Holtz, it's the journey of doing content creation and then going into the gaming industry, moving to Seattle and working at Bungie. Like I feel like that's it. I'd watch that movie.
Celia in chat.
Bacon Baby.
Yeah, Celia in chat said Bacon Baby, and I agree. Bacon Baby should definitely be a horror film.
It could be a horror movie.
How the cat wants out of the room.
I think Pope's whole description of going across country and then to Thailand during a pandemic literally is like a movie, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Mohican says, "What is something you ate as a kid but would never eat now?"
Okay, so I gotta say something. There's a great subreddit that I
3D
can't.
Doritos.
I guess I can't say the name because there's a curse word in it, and we're on a charity stream.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like a food subreddit where people post like just other people's recipes that are just god awful.
Yes.
Okay.
And doing that has inspired me to like see what's the worst thing that I could make that's also good. And let me tell you, I've gotten into making egg salads recently after like going to Japan, experienced the convenience store egg salad sandwich, which is just wonderful. And I can make those now. And well, I had some of that. And then I also had 2 pieces of leftover pizza. And so I took those 2 pieces of pizza and then put some egg salad in between the pieces and then put them together and made an egg salad sandwich pizza.
Yeah.
Was it good?
That sounds disgusting.
It was food.
It was carbs and protein and fat.
Yeah, it fulfilled
well-rounded
all the
meal, I
requirements I needed.
Food sounds like a stretch in this situation.
Wait, did you say it was refrigerator pizza? Leftover slices? Refrigerator pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So it was all cold, which is how an egg salad sandwich should be anyway.
Yeah, but it's like leftover pizza. You know, it's got the fat that's been hardened.
Like congealed fat.
Congealed fat on the pizza, right?
Delicious.
Mayonnaise, just congealed fat, and then egg salad sandwiches are full of those, so it works.
God, that sounds awful.
I would not eat that as an adult. Would I have eaten it as a kid? Maybe. Someone just was like, "Hey, I got this like egg thing and pizza." I'll be like, "Haha, it's funny," and then I eat it.
Yeah, mayonnaise for me as a kid was a big no-no. I was like, ugh, mayonnaise, get that out of here. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, things
When I was a kid, I used to open a can of refried beans, dump it into a bowl, microwave it, and then just dump sour cream on top of it, mix it up, and just go to town. I don't know if I'd make it now, but it wasn't.
I mean, it's
it
not
was
bad.
an egg salad sandwich with pizza bread. That's fucking disgusting.
Y'all like having y'all like using like a cream of mushroom soup to like make gravies and other stuff for other dishes?
Yeah.
I remember.
You ever just had a can of cream of mushroom soup just on its own?
Like without adding milk to it?
Nothing to it. Just cream of mushroom soup, boom, bowl, warm it up.
Just congealed fat too.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
We're
I thought
learning
it would
Holtz's
taste great.
specialty in the kitchen.
I've missed this,
okay.
man. I missed these crazy food stories from Holtz where I'm like mildly gagged out the entire show, but still entertained.
We were lucky enough to raid Holtz. What was this? A couple of months ago now.
Oh my God, please.
And Holtzmann had they started making 3D Doritos again, and Holtz actually did the baby birding.
Not just once. For maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. It lasted a very long time.
I couldn't stop watching. I was
4
bags and horrified, but I couldn't stop watching.
Yeah, it was a train wreck. I was like, I have to watch
4
this.
bags of 3D Doritos were consumed during that time.
Whew, man, that still makes me kind of sick. Thinking about
Don't
that.
raid Holtz and bring up 3D Doritos. Okay?
Yeah,
Especially if I have 3D Doritos on hand.
Yeah, don't double dog dare Holtz on anything. He will do it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
If it's disgusting and involves food, Holtz is on it.
Speaking of delicious foods, Ringo the Dingo says, "Hey, Lore Masters. After last week's DCP, I'm a little confused, so maybe you can help us out. What does witch cream taste like?"
Funny you ask. It's like egg salad sandwich between two slices of 2-day-old pizza.
After reading that lore drop,
old.
that
3
sounds
day.
about right.
3-day-old
sounds-
pizza. One piece was a margarita pizza. The other was a supreme pizza.
They were 2 different pieces? Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
That's a lot of flavors happening there.
Yeah.
So disgusting.
That is wow. I was thinking like something like 3-day-old halibut with maybe a little bit of black mold on it.
Microwaved in the like works microwave.
Where's
Yeah.
the creamy part? Is it
Well,
because
the
it's
cream
old and
is-
mushy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
witch cream.
Creamy.
I mean, it's not going to taste good. Not like
No.
Vex milk.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Q has some rapid fire questions for us, so just shout out your answers.
All at once?
Favorite, yeah. Favorite exotic.
Last
Drake's
word.
Promise.
Drake's Promise. Favorite enemy faction in Destiny 2? The Fallen.
Your mom.
Fallen.
They're not enemies anymore.
So Mar. I'm still killing them.
The Fallen are enemies. Elixni are friends. So, yeah,
I'm pretty much just shooting all of them that I see.
the ones that are shooting you back, those are the Fallen. The ones that are in the tower,
Yeah.
the homies, Mithrax homies, those are the Elixni. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good,
Okay.
that's a good point.
Got it. Favorite raid?
Wrath.
Yeah, Wrath is so good. It's tough to beat Wrath when you think about everything:
Really
the
like
loot,
Wrath.
the experience, the music, the vibe.
The journey
The
across
journey.
the
Dragon Soul in World of Warcraft.
There it is.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Which cream?
You ever take an egg salad and like mix it into ice cream?
So there Holtz was one night trying to figure out a sweet treat. He had an egg salad sandwich left over 2 days old and makings for ice cream. And he thought, why not?
Is Pope there, by the way? Mr. Pope?
Not sure.
I hear it lighting up. I want to see it.
Say
lighting
something, Pope.
Favorite condiment or sauce? Ketchup. I love ketchup.
Ketchup. Yeah, Chipotle
Goopy
mayo.
mayonnaise.
Goopy
What?
mayonnaise. Wow.
Koopy.
Goopy?
Kewpie.
Okay.
It's a Japanese mayonnaise. It's really
Oh.
good.
Yeah, I
Japanese
really
mayo
thought
is
you were
delicious.
doubling down on the congealed fat thing, being like goopy mayonnaise.
I mean,
Mayonnaise that's been left like
we're not
in the
straying
sun
far
for a
here
couple
with
hours.
mayonnaise.
Yeah. Sun-kissed mayonnaise.
There you go. Sun kissed. We have now permanently lost Popebear. It's it's a typical DCP podcast. You
It
wanted
is,
the
right?
classics? Here's the classic.
This is a classic,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wait, what was that? What was the question again? I want to answer it.
Ice cream.
Favorite condiment.
Oh,
Right,
oh yeah.
condiment.
No, the ice cream thing. Yeah, the condiment ice cream. Chipotle mayo for the condiment. Ice cream, I think, is going to be mint chocolate chip for me. It used to be Reese's, but I found I have a slight allergy to peanuts, so I kind of have to stay away from like
That's
peanut
a bummer.
butter cup Reese's Pieces style ice cream.
Zachary Richin says, "Hello, everyone. What is your advice that you have learned in relationships that you can give to new couples? Stuff like making sure you carry a spare toothbrush and toothpaste, or even have hand soap."
Look,
That's
just
cancer.
just
New
get
relationship advice. What do you got?
okay. Relationship advice. Just get the awkward
2 minutes
stuff.
of relationship advice.
Get
Believe me.
get the awkward stuff out of the way.
Like 3D
immediately.
Doritos.
Just admit
Fart
that you eat your
everywhere.
burgers.
3D Doritos, bacon baby.
Yeah, admit that you eat your boogers. So when you're watching Frozen and there's the scene where like he's like, "Oh, I bet he eats his boogers," and she's like, "Oh, no, he doesn't do that." And then the guy's like, "Everyone does," and I was like, "Yeah, I do that." And then Andy was like, "What?" Just admit it. Just admit it.
You eat your own burgers? Boogers?
Burgers, yes. I eat my own burgers.
Yes. To one of those questions. I will never tell you which.
Next time we host Holtz, we're getting a show. I would say listening and like actual communication is probably one of the most important things. Like you got to be able to listen and then
Yeah, I think that's
understand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Retain
Start
the info
communicating
too.
all the time, a lot.
Yeah, don't never hold in something that is kind of mildly bugging you either. Just put it out there.
Yeah, just fart. Just let it
Because
Let it cut one.
if you let that kind of stuff just like build up and I don't know, you can
Guys,
ruin a good thing.
We
It's
have
better to just
40
talk it out.
seconds.
go.
40
With
seconds.
Oh my God, we're done?
Do we want to hear from Pope? Popebear? Are you out there?
I can't tell.
He's moving.
Someone needs to stop watching Netflix on his internet.
Someone's stealing his internet.
Yeah. I think
All right, we should probably wrap it up. Tefty, you want to wrap it up?
Thanks for being here, everybody.
This is Space
20 seconds.
DCP 243 episode Space Edition. Thanks for
sure to
watching.
Check out the GCX charity
Yep.
stream. Donate lots of money. Great
Yes.
money for the kids. Save lives.
Yeah. When is
And
our
we'll
charity
see you
stream
on
again?
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific, DCP block. It's going to be great.
There you go. Thank you very much for watching and tuning in. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.